Good afternoon. This is a presentation put together by me, Lauren Smith, for the Board of Education. The goal of this report is to continue to describe to the Amplify Science platform. Marlow Middle School, one of the middle schools in Lake in the Hills, Illinois, chose to adopt Amplify Science after using it for a trial period in the spring of 2019. Marlow is one of the largest middle schools in the state, and they have seen an increase in their Illinois science assessment scores since the implementation of Amplify Science. Here's a closer look at the ISA results since using Amplify Science. Percentage of students proficient and exemplary has gone from 55.4 to 75.3 to now 79.3% are proficient and exemplary. Amplify is 100% aligned with the NGSS. All of the teachers surveyed agreed. All branches of science are integrated into the middle school model, meaning that each grade may repeat certain key concepts because they're so important. An easy-to-use and scripted program allows for long-term substitutes to progress with their teachers. How instruction is delivered. It's not enough to teach the standards. It's how the standards are taught that make a difference for a student's understanding. Much of the focus of instruction is focused on content knowledge, but reinforces the new knowledge through reading, writing, hands-on labs, modeling, seminar, and digital simulations. Reading and writing direct instruction with Amplify. Amplify provides pretests and critical junctures inside the units and scores them. The student results from the scores then place the students into different reading level groups with different leveled texts, with different leveled reading and writing prompts. And this is one way the platform provides differentiated instruction. Reading instruction with Amplify. It can read to the student if they choose. It allows them to pause and annotate directly on the text, and the teacher can see the annotations and then respond back to those in real time. It anticipates words learners might not know by popping up, and students can click on it and get the definition, and the definition can be in multiple languages. There are about 8 to 10 articles per unit, so there are multiple exposures to readings, and there are different leveled texts. Hands-on labs with Amplify Science. Amplify Science spends much of its instructional time in areas not usually seen in earlier years. Some teachers of Marlow believe that Amplify could benefit from providing more hands-on lab experiences with students. Research from the University of Chicago shows that hands-on science can improve student outcomes. Participating in the learning process through learning by doing helps students forge a deeper understanding of the scientific concepts taught in class. And on average, there are about 3 to 4 hands-on activities per unit or 1 per chapter. Here are real-life examples of students completing hands-on labs. Modeling in science. Here's an example of an interactive digital modeling tool. All Amplify units include an interactive digital modeling tool that allows students to explore concepts that might not be safe or practical in the classroom. Here is an example of one. Students explore with the dangerous and rare substance. Students have the chance to develop their understanding about different types of energy and how that affects phase change. Socratic seminar, practicing multiple science skills. Scientists in real life have to present their findings to a group. All Amplify Science units require students to annotate and evaluate evidence to support a claim and present it to their peers. Peers are then able to share their thoughts that might support or refute them. This encourages science discourse and provides a real life feel to their learning. The importance of simulations. Most studies of simulations focus on the goal of enhancing conceptual understanding. They provide promising evidence that simulations can help students generate, understand, remember, and use science concepts, particularly when they are supported by other forms of instruction within a larger curriculum. Program includes digital simulations in all the units. This is more than just a perk, but a major necessity when teaching macro and atomic scale phenomenon. All of the simulations allow for changing of variables and practice with vocabulary and key concepts. This is one major reason Amplify was chosen against its competitors. Here are snapshots of simulations from Amplify. The left one is chemical reactions, and highlighted here is chlorine, and chlorine gas is not safe to use, so a simulation is helpful. Plate tectonics, we don't have millions of years to watch the earth change, so a simulation is helpful here. The picture on the left, phase change, it's impossible to see at the atomic level the energy that changes in a solid, liquid, and gas. And on the right is resources of an ecosystem. It's impossible to have the time in the classroom to see the generations change in a population. So a simulation is helpful here. The teachers were surveyed about different things, and six teachers reported that they all believed Amplify Science aligned to the standards, that what they taught was aligned to the standards, that all pre-assessments, teaching strategies, and checking for understanding was provided for teachers. However, most of the teachers felt that there was some inequity in the curriculum because the higher level students had less exposure to higher level text, and because the curriculum was incredibly repetitive and the students lost interest and engagement. It can be noted, however, that because of its repetition, lower level students were able to eventually catch on and do well. The students were also surveyed in how well they felt prepared for creating models, writing CERs, content-specific tests, and engagement. 47% of students felt Amplify prepared them to create models. 59% of students felt Amplify prepared them to write well. 62% of students felt Amplify prepared them for content-specific tests. 57% of students felt engaged with Amplify. Examples of formative assessments: models with multiple revisions, quick writes, multiple revisions, but students also build on writing with added knowledge, readings with annotation and comprehension checks, modeling tools, which can be seen through interactive digital screenshots, lab analysis, where there's critical thinking questions. All curriculum is provided with instruction, digital platform to record answers, and teachers have answer keys. Summative assessments with Amplify include multiple choice CER, final model, and seminar. All of those come with score sheets and rubrics. There are some areas of improvement. Some content is watered down to a point that it makes it hard for students to develop definitions. An example being is the definition of an atom. Amplify's definition for the students is all substances are made of things. The things makes it really hard for students to identify what particular thing they're talking about. There are times math concepts are not brought into graphing when it would be a natural step. This may be because the math is not a part of the NGSS. An easy example or a small adjustment would be to add in the numbers of actual temperatures and times to be included on graphs. Little things like that can help improve Marlowe's IAR math scores. Fortunately, Marlowe has the digital platform access. This allows students access to the digital library where the annotations are saved, digital modeling, personal time with simulations, and immediate feedback to pre and post assessments. However, some districts do not have this access, only the teacher does, and can only project on their screen the extra digital features. Students then will miss out on the opportunity to work through multiple trials, and working through trials is a key skill in science. Students at Marlowe Middle are not performing well on longer worded multiple choice questions. Amplify could provide study guides or practice problems at the end of the lessons in preparation for the end of the unit multiple choice assessments. Final thoughts. Amplify Science subscription should be renewed. Due to the thoroughness of instruction in terms of skills in reading, writing, modeling, Socratic seminars, students are being taught science to a high level as seen in the ISA results 79 proficient and exemplary. There is 100% alignment with the NGSS as proven by 100% of teachers surveyed. Subscription should be renewed. Any areas of improvement can almost all be rectified with the creativity and use of professional skills of educators to add in more hands-on labs and add in small adjustments in the lessons to incorporate more math. Here are references to support the findings and to end the board meeting. Again, Amplify Science subscription should be renewed. Thank you.